She was absolutely everywhere, from Beatles and Sex Pistols songs to Andy Warhol paintings. Queen Elizabeth influenced artists, musicians, writers, punk rockers, you name it. They knew her all over the world. As I briefly mentioned earlier, she recently shared tea and an affinity for marmalade sandwiches with Paddington. The cuddly cartoon bear today paid his respects, tweeting, "Thank you, ma'am, for everything." Ma'am rhymes with ham. We know that. Even Netflix is shaken. Their hit series, The Crown, I've seen every episode 15 times. That is not a lie. Reportedly set to pause production after the Queen's death. Just how grand was Queen Elizabeth's pop culture impact? We've assembled a fantastic party panel in studio to discuss. We've got comedian and host of Fox Across America on Fox News Radio. It's Big Jim Failla.
Hey.
We've got Fox Nation host Abby Hornacek, fresh off the alien hunt. And your next president, host of the Part of the Problem podcast, Dave Smith, back in studio.
Boom.
It's been like 2.5 years. I'm dying.
It is. Last time I was here, I said COVID won't be a big thing. I'm dead serious. That was what I said.
Yeah, no worry. I've said some doozies over the last couple of years.
That was a bad one.
So, Jim, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at her impact on life and culture, and how Americans feel about her and why they feel that way. You were the first person I thought of today because I was wondering. Sorry, it's emotional. Did Reggie Jackson get to her?
Well, thankfully, no, because Lieutenant Frank Drebin was able to foil that plot at the Big A in Anaheim, probably one of the biggest moments of her career in the monarchy. And that's why I think her impact is so hard to quantify. She was sitting on the throne for 15 prime ministers, 14 U.S. presidents, 81 Fast and the Furious movies, 19 Spider-Mans, 17 Batmans. But no, she was the queen. She was everywhere you looked. And when you said you thought of me first, I just thought it was because when you think monarchy, you associate it with the fact that I get paid in White Castle, which is not the same as Buckingham Palace. But I appreciate coming on.
But on your birthday, you do like to go to Burger King and get the little crown.
Do I ever? That's the closest I come to being on the throne. Me and Harry have the same thing. We just go to Burger King. It's the only way we'll wear the crown.
Oh, if only he had a Jenny. If only Ginger Balls had a Jenny. We're not going to discuss that.
Yeah, let's play some defense.
We're talking about an incredible woman, and a lot of people are familiar with the Queen and her life because of The Crown. Are you a fan of the show?
I've only seen one episode of The Crown.
Really?
I hate to admit that. I'd rather watch it unfold over the last 70 years. I didn't witness all of those 70 years, but it sounds like I'm going to have to watch it. I'm sure
it's
that
a great show.
Once they resume filming, I think that more people will probably watch, myself included. But it's just watching over these years that I have been alive during her rule. So awesome. 21 years old, she got on the radio and she goes, "I don't know how long I'll live, whether it's short or long, I'm going to devote myself to my country." Can you imagine 21-year-olds today doing that? You talk about pop culture. They're on TikTok watching these pop culture videos. They have no idea what she was doing when she was 21 years old.
Yeah.
It's pretty
However many likes I get, whether it's a lot or very few.
Exactly.
I will live my life on social media. That's what 21-year-olds would say today. So I know that you're a big monarchist, that you naturally, you feel for King George III, who lost the colonies.
Yeah.
And, you've longed for a reunion ever since. But it's like Johnny Marr and Morrissey. Like, I don't think we're ever getting back together.
This is like, it's like if someone who was on a soap opera died, and I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, I'm sure it's sad for her family. I didn't watch the show, so I don't really know.
Dave Smith, he's like, I've been a Dairy Queen. That's
I'm sorry she's
This painting
dead.
is from my office.
I think
I really love her. I do.
This is
my friend Bean has a giant tattoo, and he's an American, but he has a giant tattoo of her on his arm.
Why are we all pretending this isn't ridiculous? That we still have imaginary monarchs? They're not even really monarchs.
I know, but that's
why don't they just stop now? Why don't you just stop? It's 2022.
That's why people like her, because she's queenly and she has a terrace, and God rest her soul. She used to come out and do a queen wave.
Rest in peace.
But that's not a threat.
They're the biggest welfare family of all time.
Yes.
Congratulations, you had a good run. What was Andrew doing on Jeffrey Epstein's plane? I'd like to know.
Yes.
Other
I would
than
like to know that as well.
That's more interesting to me.
Yeah, but that goes to the entitlement of people from wealthy and powerful families.
I'm not going to bash the monarchy. I spend way too much time in a tiara after hours to come down on this. Sorry, I can't.
I've seen it.
I'd be wrong.
Yeah.
No,
are opposites over each other.
I like her. I am a fan. God
All
rest
right.
her soul. I was
Dude.
sad today, but.
Yo, I don't mean she likes. You need to know this. She likes the Queen. Have you ever met a little kid who's a little too into dinosaurs? Like, I like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's Kenny. She'll just walk into your living room and start blurting fun facts about the Queen.
Her favorite drink is gin and Dubonnet. You have a nickel parts and you shake it and then strain it over ice with an orange peel. That's her favorite drink.
The Queen like corgis. You like corgis? I mean, she loves the Queen.
Racehorses.
To the point, I do believe the Queen had an order of protection against you. I do believe that. It's going to come out in the coming days.
I wish they would send me to London, but they never will. All right. The House of Windsor saw its share of scandal in recent years, but the Queen always seemed to stay above it all because she was a bad bitch. Through the breakup of Charles and Diana, the scandals of Prince Andrew, as Dave was pointing out, and Meghan Markle's media spectacle, Queen Elizabeth, mostly remained silent and stoic. She even was criticized for not showing enough emotion over Princess Diana's death. Despite all that, how did she stay above the fray? How did she do that?
Are you looking at me?
Yes.
Well, I talked to her personally, and she told me. No, I don't know. You know, I think as the Queen, you're up there on the throne, and everyone's down here, and you have to make sure that everyone is behaving.
There was so much crazy down here.
Here's the thing, though, about classy people is they don't partake in gossip. That's why you'll never see a reality show last 70 years because, you know, The Bachelor has lasted 70 years. Oh, shoot. Yeah, no, I think it is something to be said about just removing yourself because if she started to partake, it would have just all been chaos. And I know Jimmy walks around. He is a former cab driver. He knows all the gossip, but he doesn't share it with people. That's why he still has a job here.
You know what? She did dance with George Michael, and she also rode horses with Ronald Reagan.
Is that true?
Yeah.
She rode horses with Ronald Reagan?
Absolutely right.
With no helmet.
They were both
probably
equestrians. They both loved horses. And she's like, "Oh, would you like to go for a ride?" And he was like, "Baby, I am Western, not English, but let's go." And she's like, "Oh, saddle up."
Or what did they plan? Something about sending weapons into Afghanistan or something like that together to bring it?
Grenada or something like that. Yeah.
As you do.
Honestly, though, I do think I know I just referenced it earlier again, and it's just because the only part of this that I care about at all. But you know, her kid was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein a bunch. This guy who was running these child sex trafficking rings to entrap, politicians and incriminate them. I don't know, but Jeffrey Epstein definitely didn't. And, he was an intelligence asset. At least that's what they told the prosecutor who was going after him to lay off him.
So
listen,
Chuck Barris said that.
Yeah. It's hard to judge Prince Andrew, though, because as the Clintons said, Jeffrey Epstein was a great hang.
God. What happened to this show?
Oh, we're having fun.
So
God
sorry.
save the Queen.
I'm so sorry.
Let me jump in.
in.
Let me jump in for some real substance. The reason she stayed above.
because that.
I know. Well, that was obviously substantive.
Been uttered.
Yeah. But the reason she was able to stay above the fray is she had a strong sense of duty to her people. For all of the accolades bestowed upon her, she was a revered figure around the globe. She did see herself as the leader of a family, and she has made efforts to incorporate Harry and Meghan into the fold until it got a little unwieldy. You know, I'm sure this changes things.
That was Charles, though.
I know.
Charles was like, "Oh, really?"
But Meghan is.
Is that what you want to do? That's what you want to accuse me
I'll tell you, I don't like Jimmy as the substance guy. Radio
Get her out of here! Go back to White Castle, fatso!
Come on, radio host. Hey, let me add some substance. I don't like this.
I have one more theory.
Where's the beef, Jim?
I have one more theory. When she was 18, she learned to be a driver and a mechanic in the Women's Auxiliary Service. And I've never heard a mechanic gossip, and they know how to fix things. So I think she was just the ultimate fixer.
If you watch The Crown, you know the reason that there was a delayed learning of her father's passing was because the car overheated and they kept pouring water into her. She's like, no. I was a mechanic in the war. Let it rest. And then they had to sit there, and she was right.
That was on the show?
Yeah.
Man.
There's a lot of
it. Saved me some Googling.
Stuff you're missing out on, Abby Hornacek. No, she was a great woman.
She was a great
woman. And she deserves our respect and obviously our sympathy. And I know Meghan is asking for some private time with just the family and 12 of their closest cameramen. And once we get past that,
see, that's the Jimmy I like. See, that's what I like.
This dude's like he's back.
But listen, so she went out of her way. She and Harry went out of their way to say it wasn't the Queen or Prince Philip who made racist comments about their future baby. That means it was Charles.
Yeah, well,
so Charles like, oh my God, guess what I am now? I'm kidding.
That's King Charles to you. Yeah, that's King. You respect.
And he's like, he goes, man, this sucks. That title comes with no real power. I'm just, oh, you're king now. What are you going to do?
You know
I don't really do
with?
stuff.
Money. Yeah, Harry and Meghan can't go to King of Diamonds now.
Technically speaking, King Charles has less power than Sir Charles Barkley here in America.
And
He does have a lot of power, though.
Yeah.
A worse backswing, which is